From Gillette comes Sensor, the razor that can sense and adjust to the individual needs of your face. Sensor blades are mounted on responsive springs to continuously sense and individually adjust to your face. Closer, safer, more comfortable. Gillette Sensor, together with the richness of Gillette Gel, for a shave that is unsurpassed.
The Alfa Romeo 155 is the safe and secure expression of a great sporting tradition. Combining a new and powerful engine range with superior levels of comfort and equipment, plus the unrivaled pleasure of driving an Alfa Romeo. Cuore Sportivo.
Discover Greece. Discover the peace, the beauty, and the serenity that made the gods choose Greece as their home. Greece, chosen by the gods.
This is the 7th annual Eurobowl. Hi, this is Nick Halling welcoming you to the action from the VII Stadium in Brussels. This year's final, it's effectively the European Cup of American football, is between the London Olympians and the Amsterdam Crusaders. The Olympians, champions of Great Britain. The Crusaders, Dutch masters, really have made this competition their own. This is their 6th appearance in the final, and they've won it for the last 2 years. So plenty for the London Olympians to think about as they get ready for the game. Plenty of colour, excitement and razzmatazz. So you see the Olympians coming through, getting ready. There they are, Olympians in white. The Amsterdam Crusaders playing in their traditional red. And something of a rebirth in the VII Stadium this evening. That's certainly the way they're talking about it in the Benelux. After the disaster many years ago in which the Italian fans were killed. But it's very much fun and excitement is the order of the day today for a crowd estimated at around 10,000. And as I say, in terms of European American football, it doesn't get any bigger than this. See the Crusaders, a vastly experienced team. They know what it's like to beat British teams. In the past years, they've upset the London Ravens and the Birmingham Bulls. Will the Olympians go that way? And we're going to find out very shortly, because here we are getting ready for the coin toss. You see number 59 in the middle there, Bob Dean of the London Olympians. He's been around from the start. Will those old legs hold out for one more game for Bob? He's been looking for this game for the whole of his career. Well, his time has come, and our time has just about come as well. We're almost ready. But first, a little bit of a spectacular as the helicopter arrives to bring the official game ball. And it's being brought in by one of the most successful European American football players ever. Just saw a glimpse of him there. Richard Tarditz, the Frenchman who was drafted by the Phoenix Cardinals and spent 3 years playing with the New England Patriots, and now trying to make a career with the Buffalo Bills. A guy that has been to the very top. That's certainly something that every European American footballer is aspiring to. Not too many real candidates amongst these two teams for NFL honours, but I'm sure we're going to enjoy a tremendous contest between the two teams that are without doubt the top 2 American football teams in Europe. The defending champions, Amsterdam, will receive, and we're underway with the 7th Eurobowl. A squib kick from Wesley Garth, and a bit of a tumble there. Not the greatest of starts for the Amsterdam Crusaders. Ronald Bice picked it up, but straight away we're underway, and a pass there from quarterback Pat Mayhew. Mayhew here on the keeper, but well brought down by the Olympians. Roland Carrington in on that one. And again, pressure coming from Mayhew. Bob Dean, number 59, may have been the first man there. And the completion. That ball now at the 39-yard line. But trouble here for Mayhew. He's down again. Bob Dean in on the play. Well, that is going to force a punting situation for the Crusaders. Ball safely away, and it takes a good hop. Picked up by the Olympians. Roland Carrington with nowhere to go, looking to turn the corner, but he's in trouble here. And goes down at around the 16-yard line. So the Olympians take over, and number 39, Richard Dunkley, gets the ball and barrels his way forward for a few yards. Leonard Valentine at quarterback, number 19. Holds on to the ball, he too on a keeper, couldn't turn the corner and was safely corralled. Valentine with the handoff, and Dunkley is nailed at the line of scrimmage. Big defensive plays there for Amsterdam, and so it's the Olympians who are forced to punt. Bad kick, and it's fielded at around the 42 and going backwards. Rick Ramsahai, but eventually turning the corner and taking it into London territory. The ball on the 46. But down once again under Bob Dean, number 59. He is everywhere in the early stages of this 7th Eurobowl, the big man. And nothing doing for the Crusaders. Forced to punt. And the ball, was it touched? Well, Amsterdam certainly went after that as if they thought a London player touched it. The Olympians unsure. There you see a bit of confusion amongst the Olympians, and it did indeed touch an Olympian player. So that's a live ball, and Amsterdam get the first big break of this Eurobowl. The ball now deep in London territory. No wonder they're shouting. The Crusaders knocking on the door here. First and goal from the 7-yard line. So now a chance for London's defence to show what it can do. Bob Dean getting into the play late. But he's in position. Some big men on that line. Dalton Anderson, Bola Aide. And the keeper, Mayhew, barreling his way in, but couldn't get all the way in. Roland Carrington, number 7, made the stop. Gain of 4. And once again, solid London defence against the run. Mayhew dropping back, looking to pass. And good coverage again from Roland Carrington. A flag comes down. So that will be a penalty against Carrington. Defensive pass interference. That brings up an automatic first down on London's 3-yard line. So still the Crusaders keeping the pressure on. The early moments of the 1993 Eurobowl. No score, but Amsterdam looking to change all that. Almost in there. Not quite. Rick Ramsahai stopped, and timeout called by Mayhew. So a chance to regroup. London really under a lot of pressure here. 4th down and goal, Amsterdam. Mayhew with the pitch out. And a touchdown. It's Rufus van Gom, and it looked very easy. So London's run defence, for the first time in the game, fails to come up with the goods. And it's the Amsterdam Crusaders who go on top early in this Eurobowl competition. The short yardage run from the running back Rufus van Gom. So with the conversion to come, there it is. Amsterdam take the early honours here, leading 7-0 against the Olympians, and really that all came from that mess on the punt. And Amsterdam taking over in good field position and making something of it. So London with a chance to try and get back into the ball game. Still with plenty of time, obviously. Leonard Valentine picking up a first down there. Valentine with the handoff. And so London starting to look useful. Valentine, though, with the pitch back. Dunkley gets it, but he's got a lot of work to do here, trying to turn the corner, and is nailed. Nowhere to go for Richard Dunkley. The big man still looking to get into the game. Valentine with a great pass. Great completion to number 81, Wesley Garth, their Australian. And here is Dunkley. When this fella gets up ahead of steam, there's not much stopping him. but 4 Crusaders bring him down at around the 40-yard line. Gain of 7. And now the Olympians starting to really turn it on a little bit. Valentine calling the signals. Dunkley, the ball carrier again, and if they don't stop Dunkley, Amsterdam are going to be in trouble in this game. Dunkley, another useful-looking run. Out of the shotgun, Valentine fires complete. Jerry Anderson, the big tight end, takes 3 to bring him down. Anderson, a real handful. And again, dropping back with time. Valentine looking for it all, and he's got Leroy Innes close to a touchdown. The ball spotted at around the 1-yard line after that completion. In fact, they put it back a little bit. They've moved it to the 3, but nevertheless, a 45-yard gain there from Valentine to Leroy Innes. Anderson in motion. The pitch back, the handoff rather. Dunkley goes in. Nobody touched him. And a little bit of a fracas there, but Dunkley was in, and we don't need to see all this. So, the Olympians getting on the board. Wesley Garth with the conversion. It wobbled. It was a wounded duck, but it made it. We now move into the second quarter. Amsterdam on the move. And an attempted completion there from Mayhew. Nothing doing. The ball on the 20-yard line. And they're having trouble running the ball now. The Crusaders. There's a completion. Mayhew being forced to do an awful lot of work here. They simply cannot get their way through the run defense, and the pass coverage of the Olympians now looking pretty good, and so it's another punt for the Crusaders. So the Olympians with Dunkley. And Dunkley barrels his way forward, and he's got just about everybody in the Crusaders, and the whistle's gone, long gone. With a bit of pushing and shoving. Pretty good-natured banter there as well. Not much of a game there for Dunkley, but he's going again, and he's got a bit of running room. Sheds a tackle, and he's going down the right sideline. And a tremendous run from Richard Dunkley. That's got to be a 35-yard run, and it's worth looking at it again. Dunkley looks as if he was dead and buried here, but he sheds a tackle, gets a great block, but looks like he's about to go down and manages to just turn the corner. That extra yard of pace that Richard Dunkley still has. And 35 yards to the 35-yard line, in fact. A great run from Richard Dunkley, who's really starting to smoke. So, the Olympians all square, 7 apiece against the Amsterdam Crusaders, but it's London on the move. The ball at the 35-yard line. Jerry Anderson, the tight end, number 84, in the slot. Anderson in motion. Valentine with the handoff. And was that a face mask? Well, another great run from the London Olympians. But nothing doing there. And was that a fumble? And it was a fumble. The ball coughed up, and the Crusaders have the ball. And let's take another look at it. And the ball just squirting out. And so a disaster for the Olympians. Cliff Morgan it was, number 42, that lost the ball. Another one of those veteran Olympian running backs. They've got so many of them. But Cliff unable to hang on, and so Amsterdam get the ball just when things were looking pretty bad for them. But they got the ball deep in their own territory, and they couldn't do anything with it. And once again, they have to kick it away. So London turning the screws. It's still 7-all. Richard Dunkley looking to try and do something about that, and he's pushed out of bounds. Dunkley with an 8-yard pickup. And Valentine really is marshalling the troops here. And out of the shotgun, that would suggest a passing situation here on 2nd and short. Bad snap, but Valentine picks it up and looks, and he's got a man. It's Wesley Garth, the Australian, who breaks the tackle, and was he pushed out of bounds? But it's a gain of another 10, and Valentine, well, he's got to get on his bike here. Oh, and he sheds another tackler, and Valentine really starting to profit from some sloppy Amsterdam defensive work. They looked so sharp in the early stages, and once again, Amsterdam's defense falling apart. Flags coming in everywhere there. An illegal motion. Well, in fact, it's called against London. So the Amsterdam defender was pulled. So out of the shotgun, Valentine looking, and he's got a man deep. It's Leroy Innes. The ball at the 7-yard line, and Valentine's looking for it all, and he gets it. So for the first time in the game, London take the lead. Some celebrations for the Olympians players, celebrations for their fans as well. A conversion coming in from Wesley Garth. That is good. And that wraps up the scoring for the first half. We'll be back with the second half after the break. Welcome back to the Heysel Stadium in Brussels and the 7th Eurobowl between the Amsterdam Crusaders and the London Olympians. This is Nick Halling, and if you watch the first half, you'll have seen the Olympians slowly but surely turning the screws on the defending champion Amsterdam Crusaders. After falling behind 7-0, they really dominated the rest of the first half to lead 14-7 at the intermission. And this 10,000 crowd being treated to quite a spectacular half-time show here in Brussels. Very much an NFL feel to the action tonight. The crowd certainly showing its appreciation. And as the two teams get ready for the second half, I think there would have been a lot of concern and anxiety in the Crusaders locker room, whereas for the Olympians it must have been a case of more of the same, because they really did look to turn things around the longer the game went on. So here we go, an opportunity for Tony Scarlett for the return, and not much doing there before he's dragged down. So leading 14-7, London looking to extend their lead. Valentine really airing that one, and that was a dangerous throw. Could have gone anywhere. Nothing doing on that London possession. A flag goes down on the punt. This return may not count. And a super solid hit there brings a stop, but unfortunately for the Crusaders, the penalty was against them. Leroy Innes profits from that straight away. Valentine with the handoff. Richard Dunkley making another appearance. Dunkley really punishing this Amsterdam run defence. And mixing it up well still, the London Olympians. There's another completion. Valentine finds Wesley Garth, and still looking for more through the air. Valentine's seen something he likes. He sees Leroy Innes with defenders all over him. Absolutely no question here that Leroy Innes was just bundled to the ground, and flags coming in from every direction. That pass interference against Amsterdam, and that, as you can see, is marching the ball a long way into Amsterdam territory, spotted at the 33-yard line. A big penalty against the Crusaders, who are really starting to struggle as London look to turn it on. Dunkley gets through the 30, pickup of 4 or 5 for the big man.
Third down and inches.
And this is looking very good for the London Olympians. Dunkley again looking to turn the corner, rumbling, deceptive, doesn't look very fast, and indeed on that occasion couldn't turn the corner. Looking to try and get round the left, may have picked up just a couple, but Dunkley proving to be a real thorn in the side. Valentine with a keeper just does enough to pick up a first down. And Valentine on his toes. A first down and a lot more for Leonard Valentine. Down to the 3-yard line, and the Olympians looking to turn it on, and Valentine is going to go in untouched. Touchdown number 3 for the Olympians, and it was all Leonard Valentine, and doesn't he love it? Great play from the Londoners. Valentine takes the plaudits. Jerry Anderson, number 84, the tight end, in there with him. The extra point from Wesley Garth, another wobbly old kick from Wesley, but good enough. 21-7. And as we get back to the action, Amsterdam offside there. Pat Mayhew falling back, looking to pass. He's got a bit of running room here, but only for a couple of seconds until Delton Anderson, number 99, came steaming in. And Delton had his ears back on that one, and Pat Mayhew felt the force. Another one of these veteran Olympians, Delton Anderson. They've worked for so many years to play in a Eurobowl final, and they're making the most of it, and that is bad news for the 23-year-old American Pat Mayhew. He's gone out. Jeff Meese comes in to replace him, and Meese opens up straight away with a 10-yard completion to Marlon Roosblad. So Mies, without any problems at all, settling down, but the Crusaders have plenty of problems, more jumping around. And there's certainly movement on the Amsterdam side of the ball there. Mies once again dropping back on first and long, and another completion. And again, he's got to Roosblad. That's to the 45-yard line. It's going to be short of first down yardage. So once again, and a fake on the punt. And who's got the ball? Well, the Crusaders with a tremendous trick play. That fooled everybody. It fooled me. It fooled the London Olympians. But Patrick Bakker, number 42, hung on to the ball, and that goes into the books as a 46-yard touchdown run. And London falling asleep on fourth down. Their special teams seriously missing the boat here. I must admit, it was a very good fake from the Crusaders. And watch to the top of your screen, number 42, Patrick Bakker. He's off to the races and nobody anywhere near him. So the Crusaders, having been outplayed for so much of this game, getting right back into it. That conversion making it 21-14 in favour of London. But in fact, the conversion misses, so that could be a crucial point. 21-13 is how it stays. So the Olympians will have to look for a two-point conversion to level the scores. But nevertheless, the Crusaders, having been outplayed for so much of this Eurobowl, now right back in it. What can the Olympians do? Richard Dunkley picks up 6 yards and takes it to his own 30-yard line. So London with a bit of work to do here. Just 8 points ahead, and Valentine dropping back very deep and doing a lot of work and getting his team out of trouble. What a mazy run from Leonard Valentine. First down yardage for the American quarterback from the 35. Valentine drops back, fires once again. Leroy Innes. He doesn't drop much, Leroy Innes. A two-time national championship MVP, this man. And now Dunkley gets the ball. And Dunkley with a lot of running room. And this is tough for the Amsterdam Crusaders. They don't know whether to defend the run or the pass, because the Londoners are doing both effectively. And coach Tony Allen has done a super job as we get ready for the fourth quarter. And London once again looking for a big one, and they've got it. A tremendous pass to Wesley Garth, 39 yards, and the Australian picked up the ball. And what a lovely job of waiting from Leonard Valentine. He waited, he pulled the trigger, and Garth had the coverage. Really, this ball should have been batted away. I think the Crusaders looking for the interception, and Wesley Garth said, "Thank you very much, good night," and it is 27-13 with the conversion to come. And Wesley Garth, who's been making big plays all season long for the Olympians, comes up with another one, and they love it here at the Heysel Stadium. So the Olympians, that shaky start, a long way behind them now, very much in the driving seat. Garth's conversion was good. It's 28-13. And London's defence coming good once again, forcing Amsterdam to punt. It's been a miserable, miserable night for the Amsterdam offence. And the ball drops to about the 33-yard line. So London once again, they start off with a run. Richard Dunkley just barreling up the middle, not much going for him there. But they've mixed up their plays so well. And again, it's number 34 going backwards and in a bit of trouble. Tony Scarlett, another one of those veteran running backs we've talked about, and his problems on the Crusaders sidelines. John Callahan, the offensive coordinator, Winston Ron, the defensive coordinator, both of them with an awful lot of work to do, as London are winning this battle on both sides of the ball without any doubt at all. Valentine pitches out and gets lucky. Leroy Innes gets the ball and he's gone. They won't catch Innes from here. A mazy, tricky run from Leroy Innes. That was a lucky break for the Olympians. It could have been an interception. Instead, it was a touchdown, and this could mean that the Eurobowl trophy is coming to Britain for only the second time. Valentine, lots of time, just tipped there, should have been picked off, but Innes makes a tremendous over-the-shoulder catch. And that speed and those moves that Leroy Innes has got make sure that it's another touchdown. And a 69-yarder goes into the book. Valentine to Innes, and the only time he lost the ball was after he crossed the goal line. Tremendous play for the Olympians, and it's tempting to say that that's the touchdown that's going to do it for them, but don't write the Crusaders off, ever. They've proved themselves time and time again to be one of Europe's finest, and it only needs one break for them to be right back in the game. But at the moment, it's the turn of the Olympians fans here at the Heysel Stadium to strut their stuff, because their team is romping away with the 1993 Eurobowl 35-13, and time starting to be a factor in this game midway through the fourth quarter. The return, Amsterdam looking for anything really. Down 22 points. The time against them, Mies finds a man. It's Jim Muller, and Muller is in. Well, just as we said, Amsterdam needed to do something. They've come up with the goods, a 29-yard touchdown, and they're back in the game, and they're going for a two-point conversion and getting it. Rufus van Gom going in now. That makes a difference. That's 8 points in total for the Crusaders. It'll make the score 35-21, so they could tie it with two more touchdowns. But it's London going back to what they do best. Richard Dunkley, bang, crash, thank you very much, and that'll do it.
Because it takes two to throw and catch, and they did a phenomenal job, beautiful job, and God bless them, and hey, we are the Eurobowl champs.
Well, there's a happy man, Leonard Valentine. Richard Dunkley, despite Valentine's heroics, it was Richard Dunkley that was named MVP. But as anybody who's ever played the game will tell you, it's a team effort and no one man can stand out, and those players know that it's as a team that they have won the 1993 Eurobowl. Jerry Anderson strutting his stuff there, and all these Olympians really have performed magnificently. They came in as underdogs, but Richard Dunkley's got his hands on that Eurobowl trophy, and he's not letting go. So it's the Olympians who win it, the Amsterdam Crusaders runners-up. The final score 42-21, and from me, Nick Halling, bye-bye for now.
I can do it.
Dieses Jahres vor.
Meine Damen und Herren, hier im Gottlieb-Daimler-Stadion zu einem Ereignis, was Sie in diesem Stadion mit Sicherheit noch nicht gesehen haben. Denn heute wird nicht mit der runden Lederkugel, sondern mit einem solchen Ei gespielt. Es ist ein Europapokal-Endspiel, was hier auf dem Programm steht, im American Football. Es spielen die London Olympians gegen die Bergamo Lions. Ein Erfolg schon vorweg. Der Publikumszuspruch für diese Veranstaltung hier in Stuttgart sehr, sehr groß. Wir schätzen mal so an die 20.000 Zuschauer im Gottlieb-Daimler-Stadion. Aber nicht nur Football hier in der Arena, auch draußen ging es heute schon ab dem frühen Nachmittag wirklich rund. Da gab es einige Angebote für alle Menschen, die sich dafür interessieren wollten. Da gab es die amerikanischen Imbisse, Hamburger, Donuts und so weiter und Mitmachangebote. Da konnte jeder testen, ob er selber vielleicht zum Footballspieler